What is going on, guys? My name is Vito.
I am Igerim.
And today we are reacting to Bob Dylan's Another Side of Bob Dylan.
I was gonna make like a wordplay and be like, I reacting to another side of Bob Dylan. But too late. It's
Anyway.
64.
Yeah, it's his fourth studio album, guys. The first album we did was good. The second album we did was great. A major step up on the second one, I think. It hit a lot of fields. It was overall a great album. People say this might be a bit of a transition album towards his future stuff. Maybe it's also less political, I read on the chat, and it's maybe also more love songs. It's released in 1964, so in Beatle terms, is that around Hard Day's Night, maybe?
Yeah, 62 was the...
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm right. Holy. Yeah, it's Hard Day's Night era. It deviates more socially conscious style, which Dylan had developed with his previous albums. The change prompted criticism from influential figures in the folk and community. And they complained that Dylan had somehow lost touch with people and was caught up in the paraphernalia of fame.
That is so crazy common to say, no? He was literally making songs about living people, about their struggles, and he's like, you're lost touch with the people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you have any more facts for us?
Not more facts than... Apparently it was a one-night session, so that's impressive. And we know that it's only Dylan, so it's just him, his voice, and his guitar. That is also as impressive. And... apparently this is more in my area of love and emotion and surreal imagery and all happy things compared to the last one, which was more heavy loaded in my opinion. So I guess this is the time when he's kind of still processing his breakup with the North Country girl. Yeah. Possibly.
I'm excited. Let's see. We're not skipping any Bob Dylan albums because he's really good. I love Twitch blocked a Twitch message because it said blonde on blonde. I thought it was something more sexual. Isn't that funny?
The world is becoming creative.
So yeah, let's see.
I'm excited for poetry. I still want to see poetry.
1964.
And another thing is when we did our Beatles journey, a lot of people mentioned that Bob was one of the artists who inspired them.
True.
You know, not the other way around, which was happening all the time. And he introduced them to jazz cigarettes.
Yep.
So this is the hero of your hero.
11 songs, 50 minutes,
Not
pretty
bad.
standard. Oh, by the way, guys, we also made a second channel if you want to see us do a lot of random other stuff.
Super random.
Link is in the
Gaming.
description of the
New music.
YouTube. It's... maybe I should have kept it secret, but whatever. It's... now you know.
Now you just have to find it.
Yeah. Track number 1 is called All I Really Want to Do.
All I wanna do.
Let's see.
I ain't looking to compete with you, beat or cheat or mistreat you, simplify you, classify you, deny, defy or crucify you. All I really wanna do is baby be friends with you. Frighten you or uptighten you, drag you down or drain you down, chain you down or bring you down. All I really wanna do is baby be friends with you. cause you categorize, you finalize, you or advertise, you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you. Straight face you, race or chase you, track or trace you, or disgrace you, or displace you, or define you, or confine you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you. Your kin, make you spin, or do you in, or select you, or dissect you, or inspect you, or reject you. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you. Shake or forsake you out. I ain't looking for you to feel like me, see like me, or be like me. All I really wanna do is, baby, be friends with you.
They said it was too long, the other one. Oh, right.
This is giving like a nudie.
That one's fun, no? I think this song is very clear what it's about, right? He's looking for a life companion, not someone who he wants to... you know?
He wants a friend.
A friend. A companion, right?
Yeah, I agree. But I was thinking more like, because the girl left him, now he's like, we don't have to be together, but I just want to be your friend. Like, come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like I miss you situation. But this is so much less heavy than our last listens. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think it's great. It's a great opener. It's obviously more. It's giving us an idea that the album might be more about love, though, instead of.
Oh my God! Jonty said maybe it's about friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits. Okay, not that one. Let's see. Maybe this will be a love album.
It is gonna be a love album.
He's describing to us what he wants and what he doesn't want to do in a relationship. Track number 2 is called
Friendzoned.
Black Crow
Friendzoned by Bob
Blues.
I woke in the morning wondering, weary and worn out. I woke in the morning wondering, weary and worn out.
Same.
Wishing my long lost lover
time we hear piano.
Yes.
The harmonica's still there.
Well, my wrist was empty, but my nerves were kicking, ticking like a clock. If I got anything you need, babe, let me tell you in front. If I got anything you need, babe, let me tell you in front. You can come to me sometime, nighttime, daytime, anytime you want. Sometimes I'm thinking I'm too high to fall. Sometimes I'm thinking I'm much too high to fall. Other times I'm thinking I'm so low I don't know if I can come up at all. Black crows in the meadow across the broad highway. Though it's funny,
Someone tuned that piano.
touch
I
don't
know.
feel much like a scarecrow today.
I'll give it a.
It's all right.
No, I'll give it a.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. It was unclear to me what it was actually about, you know.
Same.
And since he is so lyrically heavy, I do read more on the lyrics than on anything else. So if the lyrics don't really help me understand what it's about, then he kind of loses me, right?
But so far, he's giving like a very Bob's side, like chill album. You know,
Yeah.
he's just literally like he's doing this for himself.
Yeah.
With no intention of like, oh.
But let's see. Track number 3 is called Spanish Harlem Incident.
He has a lot of Spanish songs, like Spanish Boot or Spanish Leather.
Gypsy gal, the hands of Harlem cannot hold you to its heat. Your temperature is too hot for taming. Your flaming feet are burning up the street.
It's about gypsy women.
I'm homeless, come and take me to the reach of your rattling drums. Let me know, babe,
Hello, Bob, welcome.
about my fortune down along my restless palms. Gypsy gal, you got me swallowed. I have fallen far beneath your pearly eyes, so fast and slashing, and your flashing diamond teeth. The night is pitch black. Come and make my pale face fit into place. Oh, please let me know, babe, I'm nearly drowning. If it's you, my lifeline strays. I've been wondering all about me ever since I seen you there on the cliffs of your wildcat charms. I'm riding. I know I'm around you, but I don't know where. You have slayed me. You have made me. I got to laugh halfway off my heels. I got to know, babe, will you surround me so I can know if I'm really real?
sense.
What?
Maybe it's just too complicated for us to understand. Because I was really trying to understand it, but I didn't. He lost me like in halfway through the song lyrically.
I thought it was about
poetically.
gypsies, but then he lost me.
No, but I think it's about him being lost in the city and being like, oh, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Like, read my palm. And then he's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But
10? Really?
very different. Don't criticize what you can't understand. Yeah, I agree with
It's about a girl.
Superpoly. So it's still about him.
How much would you guys rate this song? Come on, guys. We've heard great Bob Dylan songs. We've heard really good Bob Dylan songs. 6.5.
Maybe we just need to think deeper.
2, 9, 5. Okay, thank you. I'm not in. Okay, this is not his greatest work, right?
Okay, let's just focus. I think
Agent,
this is what
hello,
we're
welcome.
missing.
How you doing? All right.
J23.
Forgettable. Thank you. Okay, let's not.
Can I call you MIB J23?
Let's not pretend like every song is a masterpiece. And like, come on.
Maybe we're overthinking it. Maybe we need to think less.
Come on, Bob. Give me something. Track number 4 is called Chimes of Freedom.
Far between sundown's finish and midnight's broken toll, we ducked inside the doorways, thunder went crashing. As majestic bells of bolts struck shadows in the sounds, seeming to be the chimes of freedom flashing. Flashing for the warriors whose strength is not to fight. Flashing for the refugees on the unarmed road of flight. And for each and every underdog soldier in the night. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing.
Okay, this is good.
Through the city's melted furnace, unexpectedly we watched, with faces hidden as the walls were tightening. As the echo of the wedding bells before the blowing rain dissolved into the bells of the lightning. Tolling for the rebel, tolling for the rake, tolling for the luckless, they are abandoned and forsaked. Tolling for the outcast, burning constantly at stake. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Through the mad, mystic hammering of the wild, ripping hail, the sky cracked its palms in naked wonder. As the clinging of the church bells blew far into the breeze, leaving only bells of lightning and its thunder. Striking for the gentle, striking for the kind, striking for the guardians and protectors of the mind. And the poet and the painter far behind his rightful time. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Cathedral evening, the rain unraveled tales for the disrobed, faceless forms of no position. tongues with no place to bring their thoughts, all down in taken for granted situations. Tolling for the deaf and blind, tolling for the mute, for the mistreated mateless mother, the mistitled prostitute, for the misdemeanor outlaw, chained and cheated by pursuit. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Even though a cloud's white curtain in a far-off corner flared, and the hypnotic splattered mist was slowly lifting. Electric light still struck like arrows, fired but for the ones condemned to drift or else be kept from drifting. Tolling for the searching ones on their speechless seeking trail, for the lonesome hearted lovers with too personal a tale, and for each unharmful gentle soul misplaced inside a jail. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Starry-eyed and laughing as I recall when we were caught, trapped by no track of ours, for they hang suspended. As we listened one last time and we watched with one last look, spellbound and swallowed till the tolling ended. Tolling for the aching whose wounds cannot be nursed, for the countless confused, accused, misused, strung out ones and worse, and for every hung-up person in the whole wide universe. And we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing.
The chimes of freedom flashing. I'll give it a... Let's keep applause now for the 10 out of 10s, you know?
Okay.
And we keep the yay for like the 8, you know?
Okay. I see,
7,
I see
8,
your,
you know?
I see your
And then the pretty
differentiation.
good is like 6, 7, you know? And then it's alright is like 5 to 4, 3, under 5. 5 and under.
And then the...
1, 2, 3 is like cricket, awkward cricket.
What about the...
What?
You got to move.
That's just when when it goes to country.
You got to
This song is long, but it's
It's more in tune with his previous album.
yeah. It says at the start, as majestic bells of bolts struck shadows in the sounds, seeming to be the chimes of freedom flashing. A proposed interpretation of that is that Dylan is contrasting the man-made theological construct represented by the church, where he sought shelter with the larger notion of God or the natural world. Here, Dylan is confusing the sound of thunder, representing God's wrath, with the sound of church bells, representing the ways humanity has interpreted God's wrath to create theological constructs that control the masses. And then he says, flashing for the warriors,
the deepness,
whose strength is not to fight, probably referring to the Vietnam War, right? And then It's filled with
A lot of
talks about religion.
alliteration.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he's still.
But this song also went maybe a bit above my cognitive brain, you know.
For me, it was just super fast. As I said, if it was GCSE like year 11, this would take us a week to decipher and to like analyze it.
Spectre said maybe open up the cabinet again. Yeah, maybe we should.
James said he manages to squeeze 10 songs worth of lyrics into one song.
Yeah.
I agree. You got to move.
You got to move.
Okay. I'm happy with this one.
Are you happy?
I'm happy with this one. I am happy.
Let's see. Track number 5.
Do you see Vito's DJ site coming out?
I think I got a little over spoiled with the last one. I'm not gonna lie. Track number 5 is called "I Shall Be Free," number 10. Come on.
I'm just average, common too. I'm just like him, the same as you. I'm everybody's brother and son. I ain't different than anyone. They don't used to talk to me. It's just the same as talking to you. I was shadow boxing early in the day. I figured I was ready for Cassius Clay. I said, fee, fi, fo, fum, Cassius Clay, here I come. 26, 27, 28, 29, gonna make your face look just like mine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Cassius Clay, better run. 99, 100, 101, 102, your mom won't even recognize you. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, gonna knock him clean right out of his spleen. Well, I don't know, but I've been told the streets of heaven are lined with gold. I ask you how things can get much worse if the Russians happen to get up there first. Wowee, pretty scary. Now, I'm liberal, but to a degree. I want everybody to be free. But if you think I'll let Barry Goldwater move in next door or marry my daughter, you must think I'm crazy. I wouldn't let him do it for all the farms in Cuba.
Wait, let me rewind that. That's a good line.
Relative now too,
I want everybody
Relevant.
to be free.
Oh, that's a good
but
line.
if you think I'll let Barry Goldwater move in next door or marry my daughter,
He's like, I'm liberal, but like,
Not that.
not that liberal.
you must think I'm crazy. I wouldn't let him do it for all the farms in Cuba. When I set my monkey on a log and ordered him to do the dog, he wagged his tail and shook his head, and he went and did the cat instead. He's a weird monkey, very funky. I sat with my high heel sneakers on, waiting to play tennis in the noonday sun. I had my white shorts rolled up past my waist, and my wig hat was falling in my face, but they wouldn't let me on the tennis court.
That's so random, by the way.
I got a woman, she's so mean. She sticks my boots in the washing machine, sticks me with buckshot when I'm nude, puts bubble gum in my food. She's funny, wants my money, calls me honey. Now I got a friend who spends his life stabbing my picture with a Bowie knife, dreams of strangling me with a scarf. When my name comes up, he pretends to barf. I got a million friends. Now they ask me to read a poem at sorority sister's home. I got knocked down and my head was swimming. I wound up with the dean of women. Yippee! I'm a poet. I know it.
Yippee.
Hope I don't blow it.
That's so funny though. He's like, I'm a poet, I guess I have to rhyme now.
I'm gonna grow my hair down on my feet so strange, so I look like a walking mountain range, and I'm gonna ride into Omaha on a horse, out to the country club and the golf course, carrying a New York Times, shoot a few holes, blow their minds. Now you're probably wondering by now just what this song's all about. What's probably got you baffled more is what this thing here is for. It's nothing. It's something I learned over in England.
You know what he's doing?
Why England?
Bantering.
Bantering. I would give
Yeah.
this a... You guys know I'm personally not always a fan of city songs, but this one actually got me laughing. So it's actually
It is funny.
It's actually funny.
But it's not something you'd listen to again.
No, not
This is
at
like,
all.
For him, it's super funny.
It's like listening to a stand-up comedy show.
Exactly.
You're not gonna watch it twice.
But I like the little stings and digs.
funny.
Super funny. Very smart. No idea about the monkey, but is it from? Okay, actually, I'm not gonna do it.
The best part is the liberal part, and then this part where he has to go read a poem
Sorority's home.
to a sorority's home, and he says, "I'm a poet, I know it. I hope I don't blow it."
Yippee!
But while rhyming, he says like, "Oh, I hope I don't mess up," but he still, it and know it and blow it.
Yeah, this would be like a double crossover,
Yeah, that's cool. That's funny. That's a good one. Okay, all right. We're back, guys. We're back. We're locked in. What's chat saying? You've never watched a comedy special? More than once?
Not
No.
really.
No, why would you watch it twice?
I haven't. No.
We do watch like an Austin show called Kill Tony. Remember?
If any of you guys are in Austin and if you're there, tell Tony I love him.
It's like a stand-up show with like random people.
But it's
from
dark
the streets.
humor.
It's funny though. Hello Ed, welcome. Yeah.
You missed our Led Zeppelin reaction to Earl's Court, but you can see it later.
The next one's supposed to be good, so let's see. It's called To Ramona.
We're already halfway. Okay, this went fast. When you're confused, time goes fast. One of his best. Ha!
So far, I must say I prefer the first album
Of course.
over this one because the first album has Girl from the North Country in it, and I haven't heard a song which is better than that song on this album yet. The Times Are Changing is almost perfect, so that's hard to compare. But let's see. Track number 6 is called To Ramona.
Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes. The pangs of your sadness will pass as your senses will rise. For the flowers of the city, though breath like it, death like sometime. And there's no use in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in lines. Your cracked country lips I still wish to kiss, as to be by the strength of your skin. Your magnetic movement still captures the minutes I'm in, but it grieves grieves my heart, love, to see you trying to be a part of a world that just don't exist.
That's beautiful line.
It's all just a dream, babe, a vacuum, a scheme, babe, that sucks you into feeling like this.
My heart part of this. My heart loves
I can see that your head has been twisted and fed with worthless foam from the mouth. I can tell you are torn between staying and returning back to the south. You've been fooled into thinking that the finishing end is at hand. Yet there's no one to beat you, no one to defeat you, except the thoughts of yourself feeling bad. I've heard you say many times that you're better than no one, and no one is better than you. If you really believe that, you know you have nothing to win and nothing to lose. From fixtures and forces and friends, your sorrow does stem. That hype you and type you and making you feel that you gotta be just like them. I'd forever talk to you, but soon my words would turn into a meaningless ring. Far deep in my heart, I know there's no help I can bring. Everything passes, everything changes. Just do what you think you should do. And someday, maybe, who knows, baby, I'll come and be crying to you.
Yeah, this one's good. This one's banger. I love it when he talks like straight to someone. Yeah.
He's basically, I feel like he's addressing maturity here, no?
Yep.
Maturity, a bit of wisdom, a bit of like a life stage going on. He's in a different life stage. She's still in like a developing stage of finding herself.
Yep.
Your cracked country lips. That was out.
It's hard to reconcile facts of
crazy.
loss of human life in war so hard that Dylan can't possibly make sense of it even in a song. Your cracked country lips.
That's crazy.
Despite Ramona being cracked, denoting to imperfection or incompleteness, the narrator still longs for her intimacy. What did you think about what was cracked?
I thought he was like dissing her. Like, you got cracked lips, but I'll still kiss you.
And then maybe my favorite line here is
Yeah, but grieves my heart.
but it grieves my heart, love, to see you trying to be a part of a world that just don't exist.
He's telling her to snap out of her illusions.
To stop seeking improvement, and it's beautiful. It's something he's getting off his chest to someone he loves, and it's personal. I love when songs get personal because they start getting relatable.
Maybe he's just addressing every girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like you, like, as a teenager, you grow up, and then you still have those sort of pink glasses in certain cases, and then you lose them once you reach like late 20s.
See,
Bob
she
got
says
around.
she said many times that you're better than no one, and no one is better than you. And Dylan is saying that the concept of equality always leads to the loss of agency and motivation. Human life lives in hierarchy and competence and beauty. Our motivation is to elevate ourselves. Okay, so this one got a lot of downvotes though.
Because this is giving like 48 Laws of Power vibe, no?
Yeah, and I
don't think that's...
we can keep deciphering his lyrics, but at the end of the day, what he really means with it, who knows? But the ending is beautiful though. Just do what you think you should do, and someday, maybe, who knows, I'll come back crying to you.
It will work out.
Very good song. I'll give it at least an 8.5, at least. You?
I think it's a 9. Okay, 8. 8. Because I realize I always give like too high of a grade, you know, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'd give it an 8.
Okay. Track number 7.
Guys in the chat, I don't want to know who Paul was with, okay?
Paul was with...
Paul is with me.
What?
No, because now they're comparing what kind of womanizer were Bob and Paul in comparison. Because apparently Bob got around. I mean, after his heartbreak, acceptable.
Anyway, track number 7 is called Motorpsycho Nitemare.
Yes, Chris, thank you.
I pounded on a farmhouse looking for a place to stay. I was mighty, mighty tired. I'd come a long, long way. I said, hey, hey, in there, is there anybody home? I was standing on the steps, feeling most alone. When out comes a farmer, he must have thought that I was nuts. He immediately looked at me and stuck a gun into my guts. I fell down to my bended knees, saying, I dig farmers, don't shoot me, please. He cocked his rifle and began to shout, are you that traveling salesman that I have heard about? I said, no, 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 I'm a doctor and it's true. I'm a clean-cut kid and I've been to college too. Then comes his daughter, whose name was Rita. She looked like she stepped out of La Dolce Vita. I immediately tried to cool it with her dad and told him what a nice, pretty farm he had. He said, what do doctors know about farms? Pray tell. I said, I was born at the bottom of a wishing well. Well, by the dirt beneath my nails, I guess he knew I wouldn't lie. He said, I guess you're tired. He said it kind of sly. I said, yes, 10,000 miles today I drove. He said, I got a bed for you underneath this stove. Just one condition, you can go to sleep right now, that you don't touch my daughter and in the morning milk the cows.
I mean, at least he's direct about it.
I was sleeping like a rat when I heard something jerking. There stood Rita looking just like Tony
The daughter?
Perkins. She said, would you like to take a shower? I'll show you up to the door. I said, oh no, no, I've been through this movie before.
Oh no.
Smart
Oh no,
dad.
don't do
I knew
it.
I had to split, but I did not know how. When she said, would you like to take that shower now? Well, I couldn't leave unless the old man chased me out, 'cause I'd already promised that I'd milk his cows. I had to say something to strike him very weird, so I yelled, I like Fidel Castro and his beard.
What?
Rita looked offended, but she got out of the way as he came charging down the stairs, saying, what's that I heard you say?
What's the story behind
I said,
Fidel?
I like Fidel Castro, I think you heard me right. Then I ducked as he swung at me with all his might. Rita
Oh, it's a
mumbled
communist.
something about her mother on the hill as his fist had hit the icebox. He said he's gonna kill
The Red
me
Scare.
if I don't get out the door in 2 seconds
of communists.
flat. You unpatriotic, rotten Dr. Cummy rat. Well, he threw a Reader's Digest at my head and I did run. I did a somersault as I seen him get his gun and crashed through the window at 100 miles an hour and landed fully blast in his garden flowers. Rita said, come back, and he started to load. The sun was coming up and I was running down the road. Well, I don't figure I'll be back there for a spell, even though Rita moved away and got a job at a motel. He still waits for me, constant on the sly. He wants to turn me into the FBI. Me, I romp and stomping, thankful as I romp. Without freedom of speech, I might be in the swamp.
It's good. It's fun. I love storytelling songs, right? It's like it was very easy to follow as well.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot to say. He said everything.
Yeah, it's a
that's
story.
in the
Like
story.
he's at a stays over at the father's house. He says, "Don't touch my daughter." Daughter wants him, and then he says
This
he's a
was the
communist, and he
time
starts
against-
running.
Yeah, this was after Cold War.
It's a solid 8. It's well executed. It's not something you would put on your radio over and over because it's not that kind of song. But it's well crafted.
It's entertaining.
It's well crafted. It's well written. It's well performed.
But there was no harmonica. Right?
For once, no.
I can agree with Adam. Solid 5.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not good. It's there. The music is there. The lyrics are there. Everything's there.
Stefan is going full politics. Actually, Castro didn't start out as a communist, more as a nationalist, and would have worked with the capitalists if they were willing. He asked, they refused. The Russians said yes. Well,
I grew
now we
up
know.
in a communist country, so
Thank you, Stefan, for the history lesson.
I think I heard about Castro.
Isn't this with the Che Guevara thing? Isn't it? It's not something?
The what?
Che Guevara?
Che Guevara. Yes.
Wasn't he like? I don't know this. I don't know the history, guys. I don't know. If you wanna ask me
Worked for
about,
him. Okay, we can do a separate Castro documentary.
Zappa fan has to run for a birthday party. Oh yeah, happy birthday to your wife, Zappa.
Oh my god.
She's 50 today.
Nice.
They're gonna go to a Mexican restaurant. Guys, if there's any
Tell her how beautiful she looks.
any
like every
birthdays in
hour.
the chat, let us know. There's a 1 in 6 chance it's somebody's birthday in this chat. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say that if it's your birthday, then we do like your one recommendation. But then, how do I believe?
Who has his birthday in March?
But be honest, guys. Be
Chris
honest.
Okay, but it's passed already, probably.
Oh, yeah, true. Daniel. It was Daniel's.
Who has an
birthday.
upcoming birthday then? Any birthdays this week or next week?
Any birthdays until the end of March?
Last week. We missed
Oh
that.
no. Wait.
I have one every. Okay. No way you're so
No,
resistant.
Dan, you're lying.
Okay, now we're saying whatever. Okay.
Happy birthday,
Track
Dan.
number 8 is called My Back
Pages.
Pages.
I don't know what to expect. Honestly, after the ride we've been through, I have no idea what to expect.
Me neither.
This can be love, this can be story, this can be some...
But it's not gonna be about politics because we haven't heard any social critique on this album yet.
I mean, I guess
Which is
the communist
partly
thing was
why
a
I
bit-
listened to Bob Dylan. So I don't know. I'm kind of missing that. But maybe he didn't want to do that on this one. So
But this is him like transitioning to his emotional love era, you know, instead of from his political.
let's see. I liked cynic Bob Dylan. I love that's why he appeals to me because he's so cynical, right?
Oh yeah, true. It's another side of Bob Dylan.
Track number 8 is called My Back Pages.
Crimson flames tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps, pounced with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proud neath heated brow. But I was so much older then. I'm young I screamed lies that life is black and white. Spoke for my skull, I dreamed romantic facts of musketeers, foundationed deep somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Girls' faces form the forward path from phony jealousy to memorizing politics of ancient history, flung down by corpse evangelists, unthought of though somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. A self-ordained professor's tongue, too serious to fool, spouted out that liberty is just equality in school. Equality, I spoke the word as if a wedding vow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. In a soldier's stance, I aimed my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach, fearing not I'd become my enemy in the instant that I preach. My existence led by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Yes, my guards stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good and bad, I define these terms quite clear, no doubt somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Whoa, I think this. I need to listen to this again, Loki,
Yeah.
to understand this.
Or read it.
What do you guys think he's talk?
Shh, nudie.
What do
He's
you guys
being
think
spoiled.
What do you guys think he's talking about? I'm reading here that
Another, like, the last line is about him fighting for things that he doesn't know, that he wasn't sure. Deceived me into thinking I had something to protect.
yeah.
Good and bad, I define these terms quite and clear, no doubt.
It says here one of the most fundamental songs
Oh.
in Dylan's artistic growth. After being called the spokesman of a generation and becoming the poster boy for the folk movement in the early 60s, Dylan began to be disillusioned by the idealistic narrowness that surrounded him.
With another side of Bob Dylan and songs like My Back Pages, he would start an individualistic path that would alienate his folk, following with the implementation of electric instruments and a more personal and intimate songwriting.
Yeah, even if the folk movement initially rejected him, nobody stopped calling him the spokesman of a generation, much to Dylan's displeasure. This song's style evokes both the back pages of a book, its end, and the pages of life that lay behind the person as they proceed onward from start to finish It also
This embeds a complicated image that evokes the political left and right. As Dylan turns the page on his past life and considers his end, is he moving through a book from left to right? Or is he changing sides from left to right? No, that's a far-fetched.
So what happened was that all the earnest hippies who went to Woodstock later turned their backs on the movement and embraced corporate greed. Whoa. Oh yeah, we didn't press the button yet. What do you think?
I think if we need a second listen, it
I
should
think
be
it's-
applause.
Yeah. Although this is a song I would have to listen to again, to be honest, because there's a lot of stuff I probably missed.
But his poeticism,
Yeah,
is again on point.
it's crazy. Yeah, it could be a poem, just
It is a
without
poem.
being a song. It is a poem, right? But it doesn't really. I'll do it.
He doesn't need to pee. He's just bored. We walked for 1 hour. Our dog is too spoiled. You spoil him way too much. Ooh. Okay. Next one.
Come on, guys. We're digging through it.
Romantic? Is it romantic or is it deep?
An interesting part of Dylan's discography. Not what I expected at all. I expected more cynicism, but we got some more introspection, some more
Deep-mantic.
romanticism, some more silliness, some
Okay.
more
What kind of
positivity.
shenanigans is it gonna be?
So let's see the last third of the album.
What do you think is gonna be?
The last third?
Deep or romantic?
No, it's gonna be the same themes, I think.
Okay.
I guess he really didn't want to be the voice of a generation, right? He really wanted.
I mean, he was also 24.
True.
So it's not like he.
It's a lot for to.
Yeah, it's a lot to process, I think.
Track number 9 is called "I Don't Believe."
I think Dylan was at a stage of like, guys, I know I sound confident, but I also don't know what I'm doing, you know. So
Another good one. All right.
it's about a girl.
Next song is called "I Don't Believe You." She acts like we never have met. Track number 9, last third of the album.
I can't understand. She let go of my hand and left me here facing the wall.
I'm gonna let Nudie in first before we play the song, because otherwise he's gonna cry. Come.
I feel like a third wheel in this house. Okay. Ta-da. Doo-doo.
I can't understand. She let go of my hand and left me here facing the wall. I'd sure like to know why she'd go, but I can't get close to her at all. Though we kissed through the wild blazing nighttime, she said she would never forget, but now morning is clear. It's like I ain't here. She acts like we never met.
Keep the sun in some.
It's only to me like some mystery. It could even be like a myth. But it's hard to think on that she's the same one that last night I was with. From darkness dreams are deserted. Am I still dreaming yet? I wish she'd unlock her voice once and talks that acting like we never met.
Dylan's butthurt.
turning her back to my face. Without any doubt, she seems too far out for me to return to or chase. Her skirt swayed as the guitar played. Her mouth was watery and wet.
Whoa.
But now something has changed, for she ain't the same. She just acts like we never have met. If I didn't have to guess, I'd gladly confess to anything I might have tried. If I was with her too long, or I've done something wrong, I'd wish she'd tell me what it is, I'll run and hide. Though the night ran swirling and whirling, I remember her whispering, yes, but evidently she don't, evidently she won't. She just acts like we never have met. I'm leaving today, I'll be on my way. Of this I can't say very much. But if you want me to, I can be just like you and pretend that we never have touched. And if anybody asks me, is it easy to forget? I say it's easily done. You just pick anyone and pretend that you never have met.
Thank you. Finally, this one's good.
This one's fun.
Don't pretend that we know.
I feel like this is what happens when he gets rejected once, and then he's so confused by what happened. He's like, I need to process this in a song.
Yep.
What just happened?
One of my favorites of this album, together with
Acts like we never have
Mike Back Pages, maybe.
I was a big fan of All I Really Want to Do.
I forgot how that went.
I ain't looking to block you up.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Da-da.
Describing his, yeah.
To Ramona was cute as well.
Interesting, there's
Lovey
never
dovey.
any drums in Dylan songs. Maybe
I feel like
in
he
future
uses
albums.
his voice as the drums, you know, because everything in his lyrics rhymes. So it's a dun 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 dun.
Yeah, but then I always imagine like a kick going like, but it never comes.
Someone said next album. Ooh,
Oh, what? Okay.
the next album is rock and roll. No way. That'd be interesting.
Guillermo said something about an electric trilogy.
He said that it's coming, I think.
Electric trilogy. Electric era. Interesting. Starts
Okay,
with
so
next album.
We started an album too early.
We deserve to listen to that next one.
After we do Tattoo.
Not saying this is a drag to get through, but not everything on this is 10 out of 10, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, 2 more to go. Track number 10 is an 8-minute song. Please be a good one.
And it's just in plain D.
It's a ballad in plain D. Come on, guys, is this good? Please tell me it's good.
It's rough. Oh my god. Even Paul said it.
Snap.
It's depressing.
I'm gonna stand up for this one, I think.
Okay.
I once loved a girl, her skin it was bronze, with the innocence of a lamb, she was was gentle like a fawn. I courted her proudly, but now she is gone. Gone as the season she's taken. In a young summer's youth, I stole her away from her mother and sister, though close did they stay. Each one of them suffering from the failures of their day. With strings of guilt they tried hard to guide us. Of the two sisters, I loved the young. With sensitive instincts, she was the creative one. Their constant scapegoat, she was easily undone by the jealousy of others around her.
Giving Cinderella situation.
For her parasite sister, I had no respect. Bound by her boredom, her pride to protect. Countless visions of the other she'd reflect as a crutch for her scenes and her society. Myself, for what I did, I cannot be excused. The changes I was going through can't even be used for the lies that I told her in hope not to lose the could-be dream lover of my lifetime. With unseen consciousness I possessed in my grip a magnificent mantelpiece, though its heart being chipped. Noticing not that I'd already slipped to the sin of love's false security.
The sin of love's false.
From silhouetted anger to manufactured peace, answers of emptiness voice vacancies, till the tombstones of damage read no questions but please. What's wrong? What's exactly the matter?
Bye, Spectre. Have a good. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
And so it did happen, like it could have been foreseen. The timeless explosion of fantasy's dream. At the peak of the night, the king and the queen tumbled all down into pieces. The tragic figure, her sister did shout, "Leave her alone, goddamn you, get out." And I in my armor, turning about and nailing her in the ruins of her pettiness. the bare light bulb, the plaster did pound. Her sister and I in a screaming battleground, and she in between, the victim of sound, soon shattered as a child to the shadows. All is gone, admit it, take flight. I gagged in contradiction, tears blinding my sight. My mind, it was mangled, I ran into the night, leaving all of love's ashes behind me. The wind knocks my window, the room it is wet. The words to say I'm sorry I haven't found yet. I think of her often and hope whoever she's met will be fully aware of how precious she is.
There's band wars going on in the chat.
My friends from the prison, they ask unto me, how good does it feel to be free? And I answer them most mysteriously, are birds free from the chains of the skyway?
Wow. Are we really free? Beautifully sung, a very long poem in a song, basically. Wait, where's the lyrics? I had a great time listening to it though, and the last part sticking with me. My friends from prison, they asked unto me, how good does it feel to be free? And I answered them, are birds free from the chain of the skyway? This reminds me of a conversation Igrim and I had yesterday.
Oh, about free will.
Yeah, we were talking
We like to
about
debate a lot.
if we as humans have free will. That is a good question.
Or if from
'Cause
the
there's-
childhood we're already conditioned.
Because there's very good arguments to make from both sides. Depends on how you define it. True. Because our lives are pretty predictable if you think about it.
Statistically.
If you even take maths into it, statistically our lives are very predictable. And also, if every reaction you have today comes from a past experience,
then past experiences shape your future reactions.
your future, meaning all your future, how you react to situations and stuff, are predictable, right? Meaning you don't really have free will until you maybe, I don't know, recognize why you react to certain things in a certain way.
I don't think we have free will. Free will comes, I think similar to, I don't know. It's nudie. No, oh my god, I nearly called you nudie. Anyway.
Make your point.
Anyway, I don't think we have. I don't think we have free will.
What do you guys? Let's see what.
Because if you put yourself in different situations, in different, like, let's say, universes, it would have been different. It's like a nature-nurture sort of situation, no?
Yeah. Bernie says determinism. You could say a few years looking into the philosophy. Patrick says not according to physics. True, that was the argument of no free will, right? Physics says we don't, because every outcome has a what's the thing with cause and effect? Every
law?
effect has a cause or something, and then your brain is also made from physical things, right?
Newton's law, one of the three.
Jennifer says genetically programmed. Chris says resistance to education or indoctrination. Daniel says, but are those past experiences not free will? But as a child, you don't have free will, right? As a child, you
don't shape your surrounding. You're enslaved to your surroundings, sort of.
Which is good. It keeps you safe and stuff, right? But you don't really have free will at that point. We're just a vibrating strings. That is a great theory. I love string theory. Everything is frequencies. This is one thing I strongly believe in, that everything is energy and frequencies.
Maybe if you think about it. Okay, never mind.
That's why I'm a strong believer in law of attraction and stuff, and manifestation, because I believe it's everything.
Very real.
Everyone is emitting energy at all times. That's why when there's like a fight in the room or something, you can feel the air get thick. You can feel the energies of the room change. So I think at all times we're all emitting energies, and you can attract energies by your state of mind, basically.
Oh my God! When I was little, when I was around 8 or 7, we did an experiment with my mom.
Yeah.
Where we put like 3 bottles of water. It's a very famous experiment. We replicated it. You put 3 bottles of water, and each day I would come to one glass and say, "You're beautiful, you're pretty, I love you." I would go to the second glass and say, "You're ugly, you're poo." And then I would go to the third one, and I wouldn't even say anything. The third one was just somewhere on its own. And then after 3 months, because my mom is a chemist, she had one of these microscopes, right?
Yeah.
So we went to her lab, and we checked the water, and it was my science project, and it won the fair, obviously, because no one else was using a fucking microscope. But I did it, and then what we noticed in the water elements, because crystallized, right? Because you can crystallize in it in ice, and you can see the shape of the crystals from the water. And the good water had like amazing, perfectly beautiful crystals and shape. It actually worked. The bad water had like a bit, it's a famous Japanese experiment. It had a bit of like mishaps, it wasn't so perfect and symmetrical. And the water I didn't talk to had like shitty shapes.
Wow.
So
I didn't know about
nothing is worse than neglect.
Yeah, these are very interesting conversations you guys can have with I'm sure you guys have already had these. We're just young and we still have
things to figure out. But I don't think you ever figure it out. You just settle with the truth that you're most comfortable with and just live with that.
Yeah, I just think it's good to, every time you're gonna react to a situation, you pause for a moment and think, is this my past brain talking, or do I really want to react this way? Am I gonna react this way because I had a past experience which forces me to react this way, or do I really want to react this way, or do I really want to do this thing when I'm about to do?
Yeah, but whatever music you listened to before will influence the music you listen to then. So are you really your authentic self, or do the experiences just make up who you are?
Yeah.
Anyway, Bob Dylan time.
Yeah. Let's move on though.
Last song is Peak. Let's go.
Last song is Peak. Track number 11 is called It Ain't Me, Babe. 3 minutes.
It ain't me, babe.
It ain't me, babe.
It ain't me.
It ain't me,
Peak.
babe.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see.
Go away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone who's never weak but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe.
looking.
Me you're looking for, babe. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I will only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who promised never to part. Someone to close his eyes for you. Someone to close his heart. Someone who will die for you and more. But it ain't me, babe. No, no, no.
I ain't dying for no
It
one.
ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go melt back in the night. Everything inside is made of stone. There's nothing in here moving, and anyway I'm not alone. You say you're looking for someone who'll pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers constantly, and to come each time you call. A lover for your life and nothing more, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
But it ain't me, babe. Lefty Jack, did you enjoy that?
Ooh,
That's it.
That was
Another
great.
side of Bob Dylan.
that was a great ending.
It
no?
ended on a banger, though. I would say.
It was a great ending, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the second half of this album more than the first half, which is rare for 60s albums and also 70s albums. Overall, which three songs would you say are your favorite on this one?
Babe. All I really wanna do to Ramona, and I Don't Believe You, and It Ain't Me, Babe. But the things that I would add, are you asking my favorite or just what I would add to the...
Yeah, which one would you add also to the playlist?
It ain't
Which one should we
me,
add to the playlist,
babe.
guys? I think It Ain't Me for sure.
It ain't me, babe.
No?
Oh, oh, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, this one. And then I also enjoyed I Don't Believe You.
Yeah, it was fun. But I
Or
like
maybe
To
My
Ramona.
Back Pages. That's also a good one. Or no, it's not really a re-listenable song. To Ramona?
It was cute.
Yeah, To
It was
Ramona.
like, you know, you can listen to it in a car in
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
weather, like...
Okay, To Ramona.
All I wanna do...
All I Want to Do.
is-
It Ain't Me, Babe. I don't know if I want to add All I Really Want to Do.
Then no.
No.
Then I want to be sure.
Okay. Another side. I mean, the album
That
is
was another side.
perfectly named because it's literally another side of his. It's a more lighter side. It's less cynical. It's more on the romantic side.
Oh, Super Pony has a good comment. Said that you wanted to listen to Back Pages again, so you should add it.
Okay.
Just because.
Let's add it and give it a second listen one of these days, and then
All I gotta
keep it or not keep it.
my stuff.
Overall, though, I still think The Times Are Changing is a better album. I would still put it at number 1. I would still put The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan at number 2. And then I would put Another Side of Bob Dylan on number 3 for now. Okay?
Oh yeah. I would put the same. The Times Are Changing first, The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan after, and The Other
because
Side.
The Freewheelin' has Don't Think Twice, It's Alright on it. It has Girl on the North Country on it. And it has Blowing in the Wind on it. So, come on. It's hard to beat. Sorry.
No, but for me,
It's hard to beat.
The Times Are Changing.
The
is
Times Are
number
Changing
one.
is all good. It's just every song is
Yeah.
good. So that's even harder to beat.
I feel like the biggest one is Times Are Changing. That people will still keep comparing.
So for anyone new to Bob Dylan, if you want to see his cynical side, I would go to Freewheeling or The Times Are Changing. And more of his maybe older classics. And if you want to see his lighter side, maybe some funny joke, lighter songs, funny songs, and romantic songs, I would go to Another Side of Bob Dylan. How much would you actually rate this album, though, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. 6.
That's a fair. I think I would give it a...
Maybe 0.5 for the poetry. 6.5.
I'll give it as an album, 7. A 7. Because we can't be too harsh on this, I think. It's still great poetry, guys. It's not just because it's like not his best. If you compare this to other artists, they could never write stuff like this.
Yeah, but there is a difference between him having like, in my opinion, there's a bit of a difference between him having like political, poetic thoughts and, putting it into writing and how to deliver it than him having a sit down and just writing a song out of like
80% of bands could never write one of these songs.
Oh yeah, of course.
80% of rock bands could never write a song as poetic as any of
level.
these.
I agree.
So just for that, you have to respect his poetry, even though...
No, I do.
Yeah.
But it's just compared to Times Are Changing. I think it's on a different level.
So yeah. We are being a bit harsh on him because we expect a lot from him, obviously, because we know how good he is. So let's see. The next album, guys, which will be in the coming days,
we're on our way home.
Will be Bob Dylan's Bringing It All Back Home.
Guys, I need to stop.
You guys are saying these are his 3... This is a great run of albums. The next 3. Bring It All Back Home, Highway 61, and
Blonde
then
on
Blonde on Blonde.
I heard a lot about Blonde
So
on
this
Blonde.
might be his what would you compare it with? Maybe his Beggar's Banquet to Sticky Fingers era, right?
I agree.
Next 5 albums, says Stray Bliss.
We will see. We will be the judge of that.
But yeah. Anyway, guys, if you want to catch these Bob Dylan live streams, I mean, maybe on YouTube it will be already done. So I don't know if you're gonna catch it, but
if you want to catch our future live streams or tell us what we should listen
our
to.
Bob Dylan live streams, they're still going on. Check out our Patreon streams and our Twitch streams. And if you want to see more content, the full versions of these streams, or you want to see the streams, the videos and stuff weeks in advance,
or you want to
subscribe
suggest
to our Patreon, we would much appreciate it. It keeps the channel going. And subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Have a good day. Goodbye.
Oh, I got it. I don't think I can't reach
Don't
it.
touch the lens,
I can't reach. I'm not touching the lens.